Now, from the station on your side, this is WAVY News 10.
It has been churning for several days, but a pesky system off the Atlantic coast is about to get serious. That's why Hampton Roads communities across the area are battening down for what appears to be a rough weekend of weather. This is going to be the weekend we'd sooner forget. We've already had rain, wind, and waves, and it's about to get worse just in time to ruin weekend plans and possibly cause dangerous conditions. The Super Doppler 10 weather team is tracking a triple threat. First, heavy rain, then high winds, especially along the coastal areas, and what could be big trouble. Another day of tidal flooding, the likes of which we haven't seen in about 2 years. The best way to show you the start to this miserable weekend, a live picture now. One of our to-go-to webcams at the oceanfront. The winds have been howling, the rain blowing sideways at times, and the waves whipping up. Just a taste of what is to come this weekend. We have team coverage of this weekend weather event for us. It all starts here in the Super Doppler 10 Weather Center and our chief meteorologist, Don Slater. I know the team has been busy over our 150 minutes of news tonight.
Yeah, and we've been busy today, and really we've been busy all week. All week long we've had
the
this
anticipation
wind,
coming up.
and knowing that it's all going to come to a crashing end. So here comes the end. We're at the beginning of the end right now. In terms of the rainfall moving in, and the wind is going to pick up. Wind has already picked up a little bit throughout the area. Here is Super Doppler 10 Live. We move in and show you widespread light rainfall has moved northward during the afternoon hours. It took a while to really move on in, but you can see widespread light to a little bit more moderate and steady rainfall into the Hampton Roads cities. Certainly everybody's gotten some rainfall into the Hampton Roads cities, and right now these little streaks where you see lighter green colors indicating a little bit more heavier rain, but still not all that heavy. You see a pocket here and there of yellow indicating some heavier rain into eastern North Carolina, and there's a widespread area of moderate rain along the Outer Banks, but now that's shifted just a bit out to sea. I think we are going to see moderate rainfall at times during the evening and overnight hours for the area. But the biggest thing, we saw a view of the beach at Virginia Beach, and now we're taking a look at what's going on at Kitty Hawk, North Carolina, and yeah, the seas are really up there, and the tide is coming up as well. I want to show you what's going on with the winds. You can see winds in Virginia Beach as of 5 o'clock, 32 miles an hour. They've really started climbing this afternoon during the day today, so again, you can see what's going on with that. And our high tide this evening, 4.9. 5.57 into moderate range coming up tomorrow morning at 7:59. There's our highest tide, 8:28 tomorrow evening, and then Sunday morning that's still going to be a fairly high tide. Finally starts to back on off by 9:20 on Sunday evening. What is all this going to do to our area? What's going to do for your neighborhood? We'll talk about that. That'll be coming up in just a few minutes.
And we continue our team coverage with a check around the area, and it's been something we've seen all week. The tides rising higher than usual. It's caused trouble in parts of Norfolk, but for many communities, the worst may be yet to come. 90 Your Side's Jason Marks live in The Hague now with preparations for some big flooding this weekend. Jason?
Tom, you know what? We haven't seen the wind or the rain like other areas, but we have definitely seen the rising water. You can see it all around me. And take a look at a good example here. Did a little experiment. That first stake you see there, I put in the ground at 5 o'clock. The second one is at 5:30, and you can see how much the water has advanced past these two stakes, and it continues to rise now towards the grass. Here at The Hague, one of those typical areas. We have many of them around here in Norfolk and in Portsmouth where it always floods whenever we have a storm like this. Now, I can tell you here in the city of Norfolk, crews for the last 2 days, 3 days have been clearing out ditches and storm drains, getting all of that debris out, making sure that they don't have the flooding or making sure that it's not going to be worse than what we expect. Obviously, a big thing here for concern is property damage, whether it's homes or cars. I can tell you that people typically tend to drive through the water whenever we have storms like this. Obviously not a good thing, and Norfolk officials are urging you, if you see water, just drive the other way.
But you could very well stall your engine. You could get stuck in a flooded area, and you know, you have to wait a while for the water to come down to get out. Plus, I mean, it's a financial burden too, because if you do impact your vehicle, it costs a lot to replace your engine versus taking some additional time to find alternate routes.
Yeah, always good to go somewhere else. I want to show you one quick thing before we send it back to you guys. I've been here since about 3 o'clock. been measuring this since about 4. At 4 o'clock, the water level here at this ditch around the Hague was at 3 inches. We're now at 20 inches, so it's obviously coming up. I can tell you that here in the city of Norfolk, they've opened up parking garages, some of the city garages, also some of the school lots. So if you have a car that you think that needs to be moved to higher ground, just go to WAVY.com and we have a list of those garages and parking lots for you. That way you don't have to worry about your car getting damaged over the next 2 days. That's it for here in Norfolk. Jason Marks, now back to you guys.
All right, thank you, Jason. That shot there you see from far away gives you a scope of what we're up against in streets in Norfolk. Of course, very difficult to get through during this situation. And we always think of Norfolk or Portsmouth, but parts of Chesapeake are prone to flooding too. Here's a picture sent to us on Facebook of the locks in Great Bridge. This was last night. So this weekend is likely to be more severe in this area as well. On the peninsula, officials in Hampton say they're on standby. Police and fire personnel are alert for any weather issues there, and they say they are ready to respond as needed. What was supposed to be a fun weekend at the ocean front, well, it's going to be a bust for the most part. Parts of the Neptune Festival are off because of the storm, and right now heavy winds and rain down at the beach, and that will continue through the weekend. But safe from the weather is the Sand Sculpting Championship, protected in a 300-foot tent. Good place to be. The art and craft show and some music performances have moved to the convention center as well.
The weather just was not going to cooperate. We have to really be concerned. This event is on the boardwalk. It's on the ocean front. It stretches about 3 miles. We've got probably over 300 small tents.
All right, to see a full list of those changes we just mentioned, we have it all on WAVY.com. South now to the Outer Banks, and a close eye continues to keep a slowly slipping away Route 12. It's been holding up all week, and that has officials holding out hope as well. 10 on your side's Andy Fox in Dare County with more tonight. Andy?
Bags working?
Yes, sir.
They weren't here. What would be going on with that road?
The ocean would be trying to take it right back.
Kitty Hawk Public Works Director Willie Midget makes it real clear. These 1,000-pound bags with sand pumped in wet, becoming hard as concrete, even though uncovered, are protecting Highway 12 above.
These sandbags are designed to stop the wave energy. When a wave comes up, it rushes up the dune and it washes the sand back down. We get a lot of this debris. A lot of this stuff is driveways, old foundations. If Mother Nature wants it, she's going to take it.
Just like Mother Nature did back in April after another coastal storm. Look at Highway 12, ripped up like paper. 5 months later, Highway 12 is wet, but is here, and in great part reinforced with the sandbags to protect it from this. Tina Valeska from Pittsburgh was here in July when the road reopened.
It's great that it opens up, but I don't expect it to stay open ever. I think this is going to be an area that keeps getting hit.
Kay Weaver's from Franklin.
I hope it holds.
Yeah.
I really do. I hope it's the money spent is going to hopefully hold that in place. If it doesn't get any worse now, it should. I would hope.
I've been covering storms down here on the Outer Banks since 1986. There was a time when there were cottages all up and down here. But look at it. Mother Nature's had her way. So this $500,000 investment working for now to protect this road. But who knows what the next storm will bring. In Kitty Hawk, Andy Fox, 10 on your side.
So now the bottom line of the weekend storm. Dangerous flooding along with high winds and heavy rain expected. Crews in several cities are preparing for those tidal troubles. And a number of events scheduled for this weekend are either off or have been altered. Again, go to WAVY.com to get updates. Also postpone the homecoming for the USNS Comfort. We told you last night the hospital ship would be home Sunday. Instead, the weather has pushed that event until Tuesday. Our coverage continues all weekend long. Once again, WAVY.com has everything. A full list of changes for events, plus traffic cameras, weather blogs. Also, have that WAVY weather app ready for the latest advisories, radar views, and hour-by-hour forecasts. And on Twitter, follow the weather team at WAVY_weather.